Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, or She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using yet another Vicki Boutin collection. This one is Print Shop. I am documenting one photo of my youngest and a group of his friends. I am going to be using this floral paper for a border. Because I only have the one photo, I like a lot of times, and actually sometimes when I have multiple photos I do this as well, but I like to add the border because that makes the, I guess, base page, this cardstock, smaller. So I cut off an inch from two sides, so it'd be 10 and a half, no, 11 and a half by 11 and a half, I believe. Oh man. So I also wanted to use this fun heart paper because it is him and his friends. I just thought this was really pretty, and I love the different colors, and it just brought in a lot of, I guess, colors of the scraps I wanted to use. So I did use the 12 by 12 of that border paper, and then I had to cut into this 12 by 12, but I believe the next two layers are going to be scraps. I am going to dovetail this larger piece here. I kind of wanted that to be, I guess, kind of the focal point, or a large element of the layout. So here is the next paper, the next pattern. It's just a small grid paper. And like I said, I am just using this one photo. I am going to back that with the white here. I wanted to make sure that the aqua grid paper was wide enough. Lucky for me, it was just a scrap piece. I found this border branding strip, sorry, that I had cut off and loved the hearts and loved that it matched the colors of this layout really well. Here's another piece of scrap, this like lime green wood grain paper. So I am going to start committing and taping everything down. I absolutely love the colors of this collection, and I feel like it's so versatile. I think I used this one for that Lego layout I did last month. If you didn't catch that, I'll try to link that up above. I used a Lego cut file and then used this collection, and used a lot of florals with that. So it was just kind of a fun combination, I guess, of different elements. So I am going to just cut this green paper into strips here and make sure that it's straight across with my trusty T-square. I don't know what I would do without this thing. And then I am going to bring that second strip underneath, so it looks like that green paper goes all the way through, when in fact I'm just using a couple of strips of that scrap piece. It's just another great way to use your scraps. I still have a lot left, so yes, I could have, completely layered that scrap piece, but it's a great color, great paper, and I didn't want to waste that. So some might say I hoard a little bit, but that's okay when it comes to pretty paper, I think. I am going to back this again using that same paper I used for my border. I just felt like adding yet another element, another layer would look nice. I am bringing in a title from a Pink Fresh collection. I just have that kind of sat on my desk. It's a great title. I don't know, sometimes they have really great title ephemera, and the color-wise it matched really nicely. So now that I kind of have the layout done, I need to figure out embellishing, and that is one thing I did not know what I was going to use or where I was really going to embellish when I started the layout. Sometimes I have a great sketch and a great idea in mind. Other times I have, the base page done and then have to kind of figure it out from there. So again, kind of sticking with the same color scheme. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do florals. This is going to go in my son's album, and a lot of times I stray away from kind of the pinks or the florals when it comes to their albums, but really decided to go for it because I do really like the papers and the designs, the colors of this collection. Again, really trying to figure it out here. I really like that pocket for kind of a base for my title. It fills in that space really nicely. Thought about fussy cutting some of this vellum to kind of layer, but they all had phrases in the middle. I wish there would have been one that didn't have anything in the middle, and I would have fussy cut it to layer under my title. My title wasn't wide enough to cover up the phrases on those. So I did pop up my photo on some foam tape, and I am going to then commit to the kind of pocket there and my title here, popping my title up on foam tape as well. Again, I end up liking the embellishments. I do struggle with the final embellishment cluster, but it's almost like I got an aha moment in the middle of creating this layout and really love the outcome then. And then I decided I wanted to kind of spruce up the title a little bit. And so I do go to the puffy hearts, and I am going to add a couple, or thought I was going to add a couple, added one to the title there. Have these kind of banners or flags. I can't think of the actual word for them. And really like I like them. I like how it's not, the phrase isn't like overpowering, but it is still kind of, it works. And here's that aha moment. I am going through my ephemera and found some longer flowers, greenery, and decide I am going to tuck it in the pocket. I did sneak one floral piece underneath that banner or flag on the left, and that's kind of when I decided, you know what, I am going to stick with the flowers. I am going to go for it. So I do add one to the cluster on the left, and then I am going to kind of spruce up the top of this page a little bit with some flowers. So I did choose a larger flower and popped that up on foam tape and layered that on top of, it was that yellow circle kind of. Added the greenery to the left, and then decided, I needed one more element. So I did find a smaller piece of, I'll say greenery, but it's black, and decided I had cut something off the top of it. So I added a flower there to cover that up, and popped that up on foam tape too, and really like how that fills in that top space, and like how I utilized the pocket for a pocket. I need to find more of these pockets or figure out, I'm trying to think, maybe I do have a pocket die from close to my heart. I'll have to go back and look at that. I might have one, but I really thought that pocket was really fun. So I did switch out the banners. The colors were too similar between that flower and the other one. So I ended up adding the one that says hello. And then I need to kind of play around with the bottom. I thought about using the snapshots phrase, but I feel like it was too close to the smile. I just didn't love how there were two large, kind of the same size titles there. I feel like if one would have been quite a bit smaller, it would have been okay. But I feel like they're competing at this point. I did end up finding a larger flower, different color that I liked better for that top cluster. And so I did swap out those flowers. I'm going to now commit to this cluster and then work on the bottom some more. This is when I decide, you know what, they're competing too much. I need to remove the bottom one. And of course, the tape, I have found the tape sticks to the pictures I print at home a lot more than pictures that I have printed off a Shutterfly. So I'm not really sure why, but my tape definitely sticks more and it's harder to get off on the photos I print at home on my Canon printer. So again, just trying to figure out how to spruce up the title. I did find a phrase, chipboard phrase sticker that I liked to go underneath, and I like how that kind of finishes off that space a little bit. Then there were these almost like banner pieces. They were dovetailed chipboard pieces, and so I decided to stick with those and add 3 of them, and then add another chipboard phrase sticker over top of them to kind of finish off my embellishment clusters. So that's where all of the embellishment clusters are going to be placed. I do go back through, I believe, with those puffy hearts and add some more of the puffy hearts. Add another flower to the top cluster as well. I believe that's a chipboard one. And I guess I do add another chipboard phrase. It might say awesome, so it's awesome smile. But just trying to tuck little bits and pieces into the clusters. That is a sticker. It must be chipboard that says sweet. And I thought it was cute. It says sweet hello then if you put the 2 phrases together at the top. But now going back through with the puffy hearts and finishing those off, I am going to need to find another one of these puffy stickers because I love the hearts and the stars on them. They are just great. But that is going to finish off this layout. I will link Print Shop down below. I think it is just a gorgeous collection. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.